So it's finally here. Jill's rally car. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
This is 151 Garage. Oh shit. Okay, before we uncover the car, first off, Technical Disasters got it 100% correct, and you'll see why in just a second. Now, why we bought this car. We bought this strictly for her to work on and fix up as her rally car. Now, this isn't your normal rally car. This was cheap. Like, that's the main reason I bought this car, is because it was so inexpensive and there's so many things out there, parts-wise, that you can fix this up to do whatever you want. Ironically, even Rally Cross. We'll get into that a lot later on, but first, you ready?
Are you?
Yeah, it's your car. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and grab that side.
So Technical Disasters and 3 other people on Instagram have guessed it right. It is a Mustang. It is a 2006 Ford Mustang with a V6 single overhead cam.
So let's get into why a Mustang.
There's a lot of parts.
And it was cheap. 650 bucks is what I won for this car, is what I bid for this car, and I won it.
We weren't even meaning to buy this.
No, it was just a, hey, let's see if we win it for 650 bucks, we'll take it. If not, no big loss. We'll just keep going and wait till something else comes around. Ironically, we bid one time. It was a $25 up bid from what it was. It was $625. We bid $650 and we won it. And our expression was just look at each other and go, shit, we just bought a Mustang. Oops. Or yay, whichever, maybe both.
It was disbelief. I'm like, did that really just happen?
Did we just get this car for $650? What do the other people know that we don't? We're about to find out. So this is a salvage vehicle, which means it will not be roadworthy unless we fix it up and do what's called a
retitle of a rebuilt title.
Yeah, rebuilt title.
It has to be flipped over from the salvage title to a rebuilt.
Which we probably won't be doing, because we're going to end up making this strictly a rally car. We're going to strip out the interior, and you'll see why. It's horrible.
More than likely it won't have a back seat.
It's not going to have a back seat.
So I can't insure it anyway, because it needs to have a back seat to have it under insurance.
Yeah. So we're going to strip it out. We'll go through this video to show you what we bought, and there are things we knew. There is damage on the other side, the passenger side front. That's where the damage was. We did not know some of the damage that was underneath. So CoPart only gives you like 4 pictures, one from each corner, one of the front,
the back,
one of the back,
the engine. Yeah,
the engine, and then a couple inside, and then the VIN number. So there's really not a lot to go by. We bought this one in Georgia. It was pretty much, other than the maybe dozen pictures, was sight unseen. That's it. We just bought that. We didn't go look at it. Obviously, it was $650. Now, if I was to spend more money, I'd have somebody go look at it. But you ready to start going through the process or going through the vehicle?
Yeah, we're going to take you off the tripod.
Yep. Be right back. Okay, before she starts, I will give you a quick look around the vehicle. Now, we didn't really get into the vehicle other than we know the inside is wet, the carpet is wet, and we looked in the trunk to make sure there's no dead bodies in there, because we actually didn't even open the trunk until we got it in here. But that's where the damage is. Back end's not too bad. Has a little damage in the back corner, no biggie deal. Okay. So.
Want me to tell them what's wrong with it?
Go ahead. From
right.
your expertise, you can kind of explain the damages.
So it looks like they hit something and went off-road a little bit, because this thing was actually just covered in red clay. As you can see right there, this whole car was just covered. So this is going to be your front bumper cover. This bar right here is actually your bumper. This piece that used to be in there there's a piece that goes in between this and the bumper is an absorber that's missing, that's broken. The radiator and AC condenser underneath there are all shot, so there is no coolant at the moment.
Let me stop right there. What they hit was literally right here. So it went through this and hit this portion right here, which basically pushed the condenser and this into. So far, it doesn't look like the frame support is
the frame rails are straight, yeah.
Yeah, the frame rails are straight. It looks like the radiator support right there is straight. We won't know until we get all this stuff off, including the front bumper, this right here. Now,
so,
go ahead.
Front bumpers are designed to go in and pop out, so anytime that you have a front-end collision with a bumper that looks okay, chances are you're going to have hidden damage. There's no windshield wiper fluid in there because that was all pulled out, so it leaked out. Both defenders are bent. Both the tabs on the headlight are broken.
Yeah, so basically everything from everything from here down is broken. I think this is salvageable, but both these brackets on here are broken, and we need to get new headlights. Obviously, you can see that one's pushed in. That fender's crushed in. This fender is kind of damaged on the other side as well. Not much. We'll see what we can do.
The fender liner on the right side is missing because it comes in multiple pieces. I gotta find this. Where are you at? I can never find it on here. So here's your engine bay. You do get a picture of the engine bay when you buy a car from CoPart. This is what's called a sight shield. This is broken right here.
Yeah, not too bad though.
This
that's usable. We may end up replacing it. Again, a lot of these parts that we're looking at is super cheap. I think that right there is like 35 bucks, which...
Yeah, so anything that you see with a green mark is something that the insurance adjuster, when they come out and look at damages, they will mark it with a pen. So that just marks the damages. So both of these tabs on the headlight are broken, so the headlight is shot. He marked that, or she marked that it's broken.
Flat tire.
We aired it up, it has a leak, so.
So if you wonder why he slid off the road, I'm suspecting that he hit some kind of water or slick surface, and these tires are pretty bad.
He got no tread right here in the middle.
There's like not a lot of tread. I think the other side
Mickey Thompson slicks on it.
just as bad. Yeah, the other side's just as bad. So lesson be learned. Make sure you have tread on your tires before you go.
If you can see Abraham Lincoln's head on a penny, you need new tires. Now it looks like when we got this car, because it was on top of the semi truck when we got it, from a distance it looks like it was just filthy.
Yeah. And
this is all this clear coat peeling. So that's what all of this is. It's just a clear coat on that. The inside, we already did our first mod. We did an antenna delete.
Yeah, well, we had to pull it off to get the car cover on.
This is the inside of it.
The inside, the carpet is wet. I won't get into it too much. This will be the first thing we pull out, is rip out the interior of this thing.
Yeah.
The seats are shot. The dash is shot. We'll go over to the other side and show you what that is too. But when I rolled this seat forward, or went forward with this, we noticed down in here, there was still super damp. In fact, you can see kind of the water and stuff like that right there, whatever he had. There's the antenna. Some questionable stuff in the back seat. There was a container of food back there.
Yeah.
Sitting on the dash.
I'm gonna go get the key.
Back section. Now here's our wonderful interior. This is all coming off. It is power, but very just beat up. Same thing with the dash. The dash is all coming apart. They took the stereo out of it already. And super gross in there. I don't think there's anything in here. Just random stuff.
I do have the trunk open. That's broken, but this is how the trunk came.
I will not be digging into this thing. We will empty this out on a different video. We will get rid of everything that is back there. I will not reach in there too much with
without gloves.
Yeah, there's a hat.
The spare.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, tiny spare. And then I have no idea. So we'll clean this car up. We'll get everything out of it. We'll make sure all the lights work and everything like that the next video. But we at least wanted to show you what we bought
So
for her.
yeah. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to strip out every single interior piece that is not necessary. So everything that you see inside the trunk, like all the carpeting and all that stuff, all that will be gone. The trim panel pieces will all be gone. And most of the interior is going to be gone because this is going to be a weight saver, which is important when you do any kind of racing.
Yeah.
So
the one thing is this will put her in a different class, and we'll explain those classes as it comes through. As we start going through them and stuff like that, we'll explain the different classes and what class she's going to end up being in. She will not be in the regular street class because the street class has to have your full interior, which we will not have, because I'm not going to buy a new interior for this when we're going to end up ripping it out anyways. There's no point. So whatever class she's in, this isn't to go against other people.
no, this is just a solo event.
Yes, it is.
So.
Well, time-wise, it is meant for her to get better when she drives.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about who she's against. I just want to make sure that she can have fun, which is pretty much what this is for.
But it does sound good. Oh yeah, she'll need a new bumper in the rear. So it's all cracked. But
Yeah, big crack right there. There's a bunch of, I think it's Bondo and stuff in the back corner.
yeah.
But it's
I mean,
not
other
too
than that,
bad.
it's really not too bad. The windshield's in good condition. All the windows are good. It doesn't leak. I will start it up really quick. That way you guys can hear it. I won't let it run long because there is no coolant in the engine. So when you have an engine that runs hot, you can risk damaging the head.
So let me stop you right there. This does start, which is remarkable. Now, again, there is no coolant in here. She won't run it for very long. She'll just start it to make sure it does run, to show you guys it actually runs. We did have to buy a new battery.
That was the first thing we did.
Because the battery is completely destroyed, dead, could not power it back up, could not,
It wouldn't hold a charge.
yeah, it would not hold a charge, so.
At all.
But, go ahead and start it up.
Another reason why I need to start it up because the window on the passenger side needs to be recalibrated.
Yeah.
One thing we will be replacing is this right here is the limiter link on the door.
We gotta find one. We'll find one.
So, all right, you ready?
Yep.
Cold start.
Not too bad. Okay, go ahead, turn it off. So again, that was just a quick startup just to see, show you guys, get it running a little bit. We will not let it run very long because we don't want it to get hot where we might warp the heads or anything like that. We do need to get a new radiator. We have been looking at them. We will put an aluminum one in here with electric fans, everything real nice. It'll replace that whole setup right there. And then,
We're gonna 86 to AC.
yeah, don't need AC in Florida. The humidity will keep you cool.
AC's for wusses.
So,
Not bad for a $650 purchase. We did have it delivered. It's a little bit different than buying direct, you know, just going up there, buying it and taking it home yourself. You do have to be patient.
We
with
will go
a
through.
transport system.
We will go through the whole buying something from CoPart at a later video, maybe a couple weeks from now, separate video, because there's a lot of stuff you got to understand and different things that come up and different processes on purchasing, buying, where you can purchase, and this is going to be a whole different video.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. It's going to be probably a 15-20 minute video just in that, because there's a lot of things that I learned when I purchased this that I didn't know at the beginning.
And we did watch other videos about it, and
They're
like you said,
contradicting each other. One would say something and one would say something else. You know, it's like, what is it? It all depends on what state you're in. So if you're not from a state, anyways, we'll get into that at a later video. But this is her rally car. This is something we're going to work on a weekly basis. It will be a Wednesday video. First thing we got to do is gut the car, rip out all the interior, get everything out of the back of it, empty it out. We're going to get rid of the door panels, everything like that. We will get this thing set up for safe driving, meaning there will be a roll cage in there, will be some nice seats, racing seats
hold me
for
in
it.
place.
Hold her in place.
That way I don't go whee.
Some 6-point harnesses and stuff like that. It'll be interesting. It'll definitely be a different vehicle than we're norm. This, should we tell them?
What? So, before we tell you, the Mustang is not a common vehicle for rally cross because it is a rear wheel drive. Your engine weight is all up in the front, so your rear end is going to slide around because you're so light in the back. So it's not a common car, but you see a lot of them at autocross.
Yeah, autocross you do.
Yeah.
So autocross is different than rallycross. Autocross is on the street, rallycross is dirt.
And dirt.
Now, the reason I said this was a really bad car for rallycross is because
all the power's in the rear and there's no weight.
The Mustang's doing Mustang things. If you guys understand what I'm talking about, leave a comment down below. Usually they come out of Cars and Coffee and they slide into people or slide into other vehicles. These cars can't hold their traction on pavement, let alone dirt. And I'm giving her a rallycross car, which is a Mustang that she can drive in the dirt. How horrible of a husband am I? That's bad, really bad. What was I thinking? I'm thinking it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. That's what it's gonna be. Oh, I want a rear wheel drive car. I can drive in the dirt. Okay, I'll get you one. The worst rear wheel drive car in the dirt ever.
Yeah, but what he doesn't know is I have a lot of experience with rear-wheel drive vehicles, so.
The other thing, all our other cars are lifted.
Oh yeah.
This will be no exception. We'll just leave it at that.
Yes, this will probably be.
Just leave it at that. We found something for this car which will make it fit with every other vehicle we have in our ownership.
I can't wait. Yeah, definitely subscribe.
It will be.
If you're new to this channel, welcome, and I would just subscribe so that way you can just join us on this crazy journey.
It's going to be interesting. We're going to see if we can fit some bigger tires on this thing. Really big tires.
Yeah, we might have to cut some fenders.
Those old tires, the tires off the Bronco sitting next to me, or my Bronco, in fact, we're going to actually fit these underneath here. So, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see some
crazy
interesting, interesting shit.
He dubbed this thing, by the way.
Oh, no. Technical Disasters dubbed it the Mustang, or you bought a shitbox Mustang. So, yes, welcome to the shitbox Mustang.
So Technical Disasters named the car.
Yes, this is shitbox.
I'm gonna call it the box.
with a sh. It's the spocks. There you go. Okay, see you next video. Bye.
Bye.